We know about the desire of Poland to create a great state from sea to sea. We have always treated and still treat Poland with great respect. This is our neighbor. We had times when we had a very close relationship. There were also problems. Today's festive events are based on historical facts related, among other things, to Poland, to the false Dmitris, and so on. We all know well, now I will not go into it. Just an excuse to talk about it. We also know about the ideas of creating a great state, from sea to sea, among some of the political beau monde in Poland. Before the Second World War, there was a lot of talk about this. It was a fixed idea, from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. Now we see the arms of the leaders of Poland and Ukraine, but the idea is alive. And the idea of the absorption of Ukraine, it has not gone away. But almost nobody knows this. This is only in archival documents. Just as surely, not certainly, but definitely, the idea of returning those territories that were torn away from Poland is spoken of, it must be said directly about this, by Stalin after the Second World War. Large areas from Romania, from Hungary were torn away. It was no coincidence that I said in Valdai that Russia could be the only real, genuine guarantor of Ukrainian statehood and sovereignty. Russia also gave Ukraine its historical territories, but voluntarily, in order to create a single, common cultural, humanitarian, historical space. And those territories that I just mentioned above, they were forcibly torn away from Hungary, Romania, and Poland. These are completely different situations. We voluntarily, in order to be together, gave away historical territories along with the population. However, no one asked the population, and there they were forcibly torn away as a result of the war. Someone should think about this, including in Ukraine. But this Bandera leadership probably thinks mainly only about the money that is hidden in Western banks, I mean the political leadership first of all, but uses the Bandera people to curry favor with those who control their millions and billions in these Western banks without thinking about the possible consequences of what is happening today. In this regard, it is very important to convey the essence of the events that took place, to do it honestly, absolutely objectively. For decades after the collapse of the Soviet Union, Ukraine has gone the way of direct, overt interference by Western countries in its internal affairs. Actually, in Russia they tried to do the same. But, unfortunately, in Ukraine they managed to instill such pseudo-values into the minds of millions of people, which led to the fact that anti-Russia was created on this territory, sowing hatred, raping the minds of people, depriving their true history. Everything has been done in order to reshape the consciousness of millions, and the wick was very skillfully raised to the disintegration of our country. And today, constantly supplying weapons to Ukraine, transferring mercenaries there, they are absolutely ruthless to its citizens. At their expense, they are promoting their geopolitical goals, which have nothing to do with the interests of the Ukrainian people. Also aimed at the weakening, disintegration and destruction of Russia, these efforts continue. They underlie the events that are taking place in Ukraine. We will never allow this. We will defend our fatherland just like our heroic ancestors.